So I watched Stranger Things 4, Volume 2, and I quite enjoyed it. It is. I guess if I were to give some kind of complaint about it, I would say that it did feel a bit like by the numbers, I guess. Like, it felt like it was just kind of going through the motions. Like, there wasn't any major death, and like they were kind of hyping up like, ooh, who's gonna die? Like they were hyping it up on Twitter, and it was Eddie. And it's like that's like the most predictable death that you could have done. Like, seeing as what they were setting up this season, I was like, Steve would be a super satisfying death, As a character, as much as I love him, he's kind of like there's not really much else you can do with the character. Giving him a heroic death this season I thought could have been really really satisfying and really emotional. They didn't go for that, maybe killing off maybe killing off Max, right? Like she has been the character. I feel like this one of the standouts this season of the material that they've given her. That could have been super satisfying. They didn't do that. They kind of just let her live. And maybe even like Winona Ryder's character. Don't remember her name, but you know you can't kill Hopper off because you already did the fake death last season. That would be a super tragic character to kill off, right? Leaving her two sons behind, now 11 behind, right? That could have been super tragic. They didn't go for that, and it's like everything just happened a little too neatly, in my opinion. So I guess if I were to give like a super big critique, I feel like that would be it. Is that because honestly, I feel like the show was executed as well as it's ever been executed. I do disagree with a lot of people because I feel like a lot of people they everybody unanimously loves the first season, and then according to some people, depending on who you are, the show kind of fell off in seasons 2 or 3 or both, again depending on who you are. In my opinion, I feel like the show's been pretty consistent this entire time, and it's just been really solid the entire time. And so yeah, I mean, like, I honestly don't have that much to say about volume 2. Like, I think the production value is super high. All the performances are great. You know, Eleven's fight with Vecna was cool. I guess the one interesting thing that they did is that technically Vecna wins at the end because he makes the earthquake that I guess is bringing the upside down into the real world or something, right? I think that's what they're doing. Um, and so yeah, this is the first time that the upside down creature or whatever has won, right? Like they've never, the kids have always stopped him. And they didn't do it this season, which I actually do think is pretty interesting. And I think sets the stage for the next season, which by the way, they did confirm that the next season is going to be all in Hawkins. Like, they're not going to go globetrotting like they did in this season. And I think that's pretty cool. They also said that it probably wouldn't be as long, which if they make it as long as the story necessitates, that's my opinion. Um, but yeah, I like, again, I just feel like it's solid, and I don't have that much to say about it. So I honestly, I could sit here and try to ramble on about stuff, but I just don't have all that much to say about it because, like I said before, it kind of was like, yep, this is how this season would end, and they did everything. There weren't really any surprises, in my opinion, right? Maybe aside from Vecna winning. Um, they finished the season. So yeah, instead of forcing myself to continue, I think I will stop here. And I feel like my lack of not having anything to say is commentary in and of itself. Or maybe a cop out. You tell me in the comments down below. But before you do that, be sure to like the video, be sure to subscribe, ring the bell to be notified whenever I upload. And yeah, I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.